We're live?
We're live. We are on the Facebooks.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is like outlaw territory for me since I don't have a Facebook.
Right.
So what? So we need one more item on the checklist.
Yeah, the mute.
Why don't you put a sticky under the screen?
Yeah. So we've had issues with the last couple of Facebook Lives.
Yeah.
And we went through the checklist before we started doing this one. And everything sounded good.
Well, we don't have a checklist. It's the checklist in our brain.
Yeah, it's mental.
But we need like a physical one, like a notepad. You don't have to do it right now. Yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
So the last Facebook Live, it was during the Horror Fest.
Yes.
And it was just for you guys.
Right.
You wanted to do something special where only the Facebook Live people.
Oh yeah.
If you tune in, you would hear it. So you did a mini review of
You're Next.
You're Next,
Right.
the movie I picked.
Which was your recommendation.
Yes.
That I asked for at the beginning of our Horror Fest.
Yes.
Something that I might actually enjoy.
Which you kind of did.
Yeah.
For the most part, you did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought of something, and Halloween was just as of today, a few days ago. So I want to do something special. I want to play a game with you two. Okay. And Jigsaw just came out.
It did. I'm very curious.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you took the hood off.
A horror. I know. It's just for that stupid intro. I can wear the hood during the.
You can all wear the
and I
hood.
can talk like him during the whole thing. Yeah. Adam, you do not appreciate your podcasting. Now you'll have to pay. So a horror guy that I follow online, he said, you don't have to watch the 7 other Saws to appreciate this. And I'm like, is that good or bad?
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's definitely bad.
Yeah, because it's like...
The Saws are, I think, appreciable. At least the first couple.
Depreciable?
Appreciable. It's definitely a made-up word. I remember enjoying them. I don't know when I stopped watching them, but it wasn't because I was like, this sucks now. It was more just I think I caught up to where they were, and I'm not gonna wait.
Yeah. Well, here's the game. So
Okay.
I created a new game. So you know how on the main podcast we have those 4 or 5 games that we play.
Yes.
So I created a new game.
All right.
It's called Spoilers Recap.
Oh.
We are now over 160 episodes deep into this show, and I want to test. I want to test your memory on the movies we've done in the past, because there's always movies where you go, "Oh, that was a movie," where like you just forget about it.
Yeah, this will end well.
Okay, I'm gonna pick 3 random movies
boy.
for each of you.
This is gonna be upsetting.
So there's 2 ways we can play this.
Okay.
I can either give you the IMDb synopsis and you can guess the movie, or I can tell you the movie and give me your recollection. We'll do that. I'll tell you the movie and give me a 1 to 2 sentence synopsis like you would read on IMDb.
I think that'll be better.
That'd be fun. A lot more fun.
Yes. Synopsis will jog the memory and maybe trigger things.
Yeah, be like, oh, I think that one had Brad Pitt in it. Yeah, okay, yeah.
We have to rely on...
Yes, on your memory. So if you get it wrong, that's fine. If you get it right, good job.
Okay.
So let's just see how much we remember. Who wants to go first?
Oh, we're doing that now?
Yeah, this is exclusively for the Facebook people.
Okay, I'll go first simply because I don't think I'll do well.
All right, Maestro. So I'm going to give you the title of the movie, and then you give me what you can remember from the plot. Give me like a 1 to 2 sentence synopsis as best you can.
All right, no IMDbing this.
Yeah.
Don't be...
What?
Okay.
I'm not on IMDb.
Okay.
All right, Maestro.
Yes.
Your movie is from 2002.
Mm-hmm.
It was our 15th episode.
Oh, no.
Give me the plot as best you can remember of Reindeer Games.
Oh, that Ben Affleck movie?
Yes.
The one where
you already got part of it.
Well, the whole idea about it wasn't it just because crap. What?
Oh, I got this one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't like this one. That's why I kind of like don't remember most of it. I think it wasn't like him being like I just keep getting stuck with Ben Affleck, then Batman. And I'm like, what? No, I know. Reindeer Games it starts in the like the north, so it's like Alaska or Michigan or somewhere like really like snowy.
Yeah.
And it's really old area because like there's a Vegas like casino that's really run down, but not really run down, but really run down.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't really care much from this movie, so I didn't really go for it. So yeah.
All right, can I feel this one?
Everyone.
There's no fielding here.
No, you each get your own movie. But sure, if you want to try.
Oh yeah,
take
Ranger Games. Ben Affleck was in prison, and then he had a cellmate that told him about a casino that was ripe for the picking, and he planned it all out. This is what you got to do to break in and do it. But before he died in prison before he can get out. So he gets out. He meets the girlfriend of the guy he was in prison with. Yeah. Now we got to do the whole thing ourselves. Yeah. In comes Lieutenant Dan, Mr. Gary Sinise, who is the mastermind of the whole thing, who's actually dating the girl that he thinks that they're dating. They go to try to rob the thing. It's Avi from Snatch.
Yes.
Anything to declare.
Dennis Farina.
Yeah. Don't go to London. Yeah. He's the owner of the casino. They go in to try to break in. They're all dressed as Santa Clauses. They rob the casino, but then he tells the guy behind the safe, hey, there's Uzis in there. So he shoots everybody up.
I can't believe you remember all this.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
Okay.
I've seen it more than a couple times.
Okay. So here's the IMDb synopsis. So this is what I'm looking for.
And the big one of the big climaxes, he's got liquor in his water gun, and that's how he lights a guy on fire.
Okay. I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the official IMDb synopsis. After assuming his dead cellmate's identity to get with his girlfriend, an ex-con finds himself the reluctant participant in a casino heist.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking for that, like a 1 to 2 sentence.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Also, I went way overboard.
Yeah. Okay, Adam.
All right.
Your first title is from 2012.
Oh?
It was our 27th episode. The movie is Contraband.
Oh, no.
Do you even remember who's in it?
Marky Mark.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay. He runs a construction site. Oh my god. I got nothing.
Okay. Maestro?
No, I got nothing either.
No? Okay.
There's a body found in the cement later at the end of the movie. I remember that.
Yeah. That's towards the end, yeah. To protect his brother-in-law from a drug lord, a former smuggler heads to Panama to score millions of dollars in counterfeit bills.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they went to Panama.
I remember the brother now. It's the Giovanni Ribisi.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Panama even.
Okay, Maestro.
Yes.
Your second title is from 1999. It was our 120th episode. The movie is End of Days.
That End of Days, is that the one with the devil and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That's pretty much the synopsis. Yeah. You can just say Schwarzenegger versus the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the century, Satan visits New York in search of a bride. It's up to an ex-cop who now runs an elite security outfit to stop him. Yep.
So that means I got it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
much,
think I get
that's
any of
pretty
these.
much
I had to give
for
that
the
a
most part.
50%.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Could've got more
Even the part where he explodes the restaurant? The devil?
All right.
Yeah, I remember his movie.
Okay.
Yeah, the sex scene.
How about when he pees on a car to explode it?
That was fun.
Okay. Okay, Adam.
All right.
Your second title from 1987. It was our 5th movie.
Oh, geez.
Technically the first thing we ever did. The movie is Over the Top.
Oh, I know it well. I know it well.
Does you believe it?
There is a father who is cross-country traveling with his son in order to do an arm wrestling tournament to win a cab of a truck to then be able to go across the country more.
For more adventure.
For more adventures. But the most important moral of the entire story, no matter what the odds are, no matter your strength, your smarts, or your just genuine know-how, if you want something, that is enough. You could be weaker than the guy you're arm wrestling. If you want more, you got it. You could be dumber than the guy. If you want it, he's got nothing on you.
So weird.
Great moral. Great moral.
Tough trucker Lincoln Hawk, or Hawks. It changes. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
People call him Hawks, Hawk. Tough trucker Lincoln Hawk is determined to win back his son and triumph at the World Arm Wrestling Championship.
Oh, boy.
Okay, Maestro.
That was a fun one.
Ooh, more. Okay.
Your final title
final.
for you to remember
All right.
is from 1996. It was our 151st episode, so it was very recent.
It's not going to help.
The movie in question. So this one, I want to do a more recent one.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe when he wasn't here for it. That'd be great.
The movie in question, Broken Arrow.
I forget what the other character's name was, but
Christian Slater?
Yeah, Christian Slater. Yeah. Christian Slater is a Top Gun like fighter pilot that's also a co-pilot with what's his face?
Travolta.
John Travolta.
Face? What do you mean, what's his face?
Because I don't remember his name.
Sean Archer.
No, his name is John Travolta.
Sean Archer.
Or whatever. The guy from Hairspray.
Yeah.
Anyways. Anyway, they're on a routine mission trying to test how they would be caught with live nukes, and I guess the guy from Hairspray ends up tossing one of those nukes out and trying to go rogue with it. Ergo, the Broken Arrow ID theme. Is that
what does Broken Arrow mean? What does that term signify?
I know that was false because it wasn't real.
Yeah,
okay.
That was my trivia.
Yeah, that was the trivia.
Yeah,
but
okay.
and you're quizzing me on trivia, man. Come on. But Hairspray versus what's the other ones again?
Mr. Robot?
Slater.
Mr.
Robot.
Yeah,
yes,
he's
Robot.
on, he's on Mr. Robot. Yeah.
So
He is.
so
Spoilers.
so Mr. Robot ends up teaming up with the random ranger that happens to be a model, I guess.
Yeah.
And they thwart Hairspray's entire like plan to like steal and sell the nukes, and in the process, Travolta also destroys half of his team because he hates them.
Very good, Maestro.
ESPN guy.
Howie Long.
Oh, yeah.
Always on Fox.
Okay, whatever.
The Fox guy.
Here's the official synopsis. Terrorists steal nuclear warheads from the U.S. military, but don't count on a pilot and park ranger spoiling their plans. Okay. Final movie.
We really got to get into this 2-sentence thing. I think we're both going way too overboard here.
Okay, final title for you, Adam. It was a recent one. It was our 137th episode.
Okay.
The movie is from 1995. The movie in question, Virtuosity.
Virtuosity. Okay. Let me try to simplify this as much as possible. A computer program goes rogue, takes human form, and is trying to infiltrate the world, but is stopped by one cop. And that is all.
Okay. When a virtual reality simulation created using the personalities of multiple serial killers manages to escape into the real world, an ex-cop is tasked with stopping its reign of terror.
I nailed it. That one I got.
Yeah. Well, you did good too, Maestro, except for the reindeer games one.
Yeah.
So you both did good. You both remember
All right.
these movies.
So we're tied.
Interesting.
Wait? That means if we're tied, does that mean we have to have a tiebreaker?
Oh.
Okay, I'll pull one up real quick then. I didn't mean for this to be like a competition.
Oh, I thought this was a game. So there is a competition, right?
It's not a game. It's my life.
Oh no.
I want to play a game.
Let's play a game.
Okay, let's see. I'll go the first season. As far back.
Yeah, you got to dig real deep for this stuff.
How deep?
We've done. What episode are we on right now?
This Tucker and Dale vs. Evil will be 163.
163. 163 of these movies that we have watched. I didn't intend
320 hours of your life.
That hurts a little bit. This is still most of this was still pleasurable for me. So
I gotta say, even though most of these movies really suck, I'm glad that it's at least checked off the list. That I know that I've seen it, I can talk about it in some capacity, and I can either tell you don't watch it because I've watched it and I know nothing about it, which means it sucked, or watch it because it turns out this is one of those diamonds in the rough. Like Aladdin.
Like who?
Aladdin? Al. Diamond in the rough.
Do the rug thing, Maestro.
I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
Okay. I guess this is your tiebreaker.
All right.
How do we tie break this?
This
I guess
is
the first one that buzzes in, I guess. How do you buzz in? Stop each other first?
The movie is from 1996. It was our 39th episode.
Don't slap me.
The movie, to give the synopsis to win this game, The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Animals gone crazy because they're actually humans turned into animals.
Doctor experiments on animals to create humanoid versions of them that eventually revolt to take him down.
And the worst
And
acting.
there's a mini-me.
Yeah, and
The first mini-me.
Yeah.
and probably the worst acting by was the Godfather in the long
Brando.
time. Yeah.
With our frequency jamming.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the official synopsis.
Okay.
After being rescued and brought to an island, a man discovers that its inhabitants are experimental animals being turned into strange-looking humans, all of it the work of a visionary but strange doctor.
All right.
You know, I got an
Everybody
idea.
wins.
Everybody wins.
Hey.
It's fine.
You know, what would be a
fine.
better idea if
What?
we did the other way around, where you did the 2-sentence thing.
Well, was that technically Game 7 that we just played? was that our Game 7?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, but this was a closer game than
Then last night's World
last
Series.
night's World Series.
Well, my. Maybe we should.
have to do a sore subject.
Well, yeah, I gave you the option. I said, should I read the synopsis and you guess the movie, or give you the movie and guess the synopsis?
Yeah,
Maybe we should do the
that's
other way
fine.
around.
We'll figure it out. I like this though.
Well, this is
It's
what. Yeah, we don't have to do this every time. I just thought
Okay.
it'd be cool, just something to do. Since you always say, that was a movie.
It was a movie. If you would have told me Solar Babies, I would have had nothing for
Oh.
you.
Oh, damn.
I can't even.
That ball of light was still so amazing.
Yeah. What is that?
Right.
Like what would it do?
It's
I
that.
don't even know.
In a
It's a sci-fi.
It's a post-apocalyptic world with
the hell?
rollerbladers.
Yeah.
Somehow on gravel.
Let me look up its official synopsis.
Really? All right.
It's one of the weird ones. I remember it has the guy from Superheroes? No, Heroes. He was the president.
Yep.
That's it. The one that could fly.
In a post-apocalyptic future ruled by the military, a group of renegade teenage orphans find a legendary orb, Bodai, that can supposedly bring the rain back to the dried-up Earth. I don't remember any of that.
Nope. I remember rollerblading on places that should not be rollerbladable.
Sand?
Right? And that's it. The orb sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It was a light, bright orb.
Yeah.
So, if you tune into Facebook Live, you could hear us play a game or whatever, rant about whatever.
Yeah.
So that's your little bonus for tuning in.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yay!
Is there anyone we know currently watching us?
Oh, I keep trying to. I don't want to like distract, but I also kind of want to check in.
Yeah, distract.
Hairspray. Looks like my mom and girlfriend are watching. That's nice. Hairspray guy is John Travolta. That's who my show is referring to. And yeah, we'll check in for more comments later if I remember to. Appreciate it.
So we're gonna go into. It's November, so we're doing our Thankful series.
Yes.
And the first pick is this gentleman right here, Maestro.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Because the horror fest was not any kind of suffering at all for me personally. So what we did was we gave Maestro first pick.
Hey, I told you I could go first if you wanted.
Yeah. I'm trying to just myself.
I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a great idea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, just in generally speaking terms, if you pick a movie to watch on this, it's generally to spite me, and I end up being angry.
But Adam has one rule: it has to be a legitimate movie that you really like.
Right.
But we just set up a birthday one.
Right.
So on your birthday, you get a free whatever if no matter what it is, no questions asked. All right, we'll put that to the list.
Right.
So I'm just curious.
I'm more
because
worried about that
Maestro's episode is in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So up first is Maestro's pick for the Thankful series. So I'll explain what that is when we do the actual podcast episode, which we'll do now.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello out there in podcast land, and welcome back to Spoilers, your bad movie review show on the Rat Pack Podcast Network, where your hosts have lots of opinions but zero credentials. Each week we watch a movie, usually a bad one, we crack a couple jokes, we give you our insight into the film, and we play a couple games at the end. I'm your host, Hollywood, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Adam and Maestro.
Hello.
Howdy. This week, we kick off our Thankful series for 2017 with Maestro's pick, which is 2011's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Now, before we jump into this, if there's any new listeners out there, Thankful series, something we came up with, I think 2 years ago.
Sounds about right.
So October is Horror Fest. That's like my thing.
Yes.
Adam hates horror movies.
Yeah.
So coming out of October, I'm like, okay, how do we like kind of make up to this for him? Well, November is Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? That's what people always say. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving season?
Go around the table.
Yes. So since we watch bad movies, we decided we can watch what you perceive to be a good movie. So this is a good movie in your eyes. You're thankful that this movie exists. That's the kind of whole idea behind this. So Maestro's up first. Next week, it's me. And then Adam gets the third thankful pick for whatever he wants. So up first is 2011's Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. This movie is directed by Eli Craig, and it stars Tyler Labine, Alan Tudyk. Is it
Tudyk?
Tudyk.
Tudyk.
Okay. In the World Series, there was a pitcher. His last name was spelled K-U-E-C-H-E-L, and I kept fucking up his name. His name is Keuchel. Okay. But I kept calling him Kuchel, Cockle. So it's Tudyk. Tudyk. Okay.
Alan Tudyk.
So Alan Tudyk.
He's the greatest.
Katrina Bowden, Jesse Moss, and Philip Granger. Let me give you a brief synopsis. We'll go from there.
All right.
Affable hillbillies Tucker and Dale are on vacation at their dilapidated mountain cabin when they are mistaken for murderers by a group of preppy college students. I ask this every week. Have you ever seen this before?
Yes, I have.
Of course, because Maestro picked it. Adam, I'm guessing no.
I've never
you never heard of it?
Movie.
Okay. I have heard of it, but I've never actually seen it.
Okay.
I've seen clips.
Oh, okay.
But I've never actually seen this. So I went into this. I had a general idea what it was about. So I kind of went into this like blind.
I had no idea. Because Maestro mentioned this last week and told me don't watch a preview, just watch it. And I'm very glad I did that.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
So what? I'm trying to read the room here.
I can't. He's smiling. I can't.
Okay. So, Maestro, before we kick things off, this is your movie.
Yes.
Explain to the people in the podcast world why you picked Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Okay, so I enjoyed this movie because I've seen slashers in the past. I've seen the Rob Zombie movies, and I really just said to myself, a lot of times this is just ridiculous. And then I look at this movie, and I say to myself, what if this is just a whole miscommunication, and in actuality, all it really is people jumping to conclusions and killing themselves off, which is basically what this movie's about. It's jumping to conclusions.
It reminded me a lot of Cabin in the Woods, where they explain like, "Oh, let's split up." Really? It's because they're pumping in the chemicals to make them think that way.
Right.
This and Cabin in the Woods to me were very similar because they try to explain
a slasher movie,
like, well, why would a killer just randomly chase you in the woods? And in this case, it's because there's bees chasing after him. Like, so I like that. In my eyes, Cabin in the Woods and this movie are very similar. They're both funny, and they both try to explain like how they try to break down like horror, like why are these characters doing these things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I found it to be similar.
But this movie didn't have anything crazy mythologically. It was just simply miscommunication and assumption.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
With a lot of good wit.
Now, I'm not going to be able to withhold my opinion for very long.
Uh-huh.
I actually really like this movie.
Oh!
Ooh!
I like this movie a lot more than I was expecting to. Especially once I caught on what was happening.
Uh-huh.
Because at the beginning, they were kind of like playing, I think, close to the vest as far as what kind of movie this is supposed to be. And maybe that's for people like me that don't know anything about it coming in. And it starts off as a generic horror movie. There's a opening scene about somebody gets killed, and there's a crazy person. Whoa! Cut back to, all right, this is what happened before that. And it starts off just like every other movie, kind of a little bit cheesy, with the kids being a little too cheesy for their own good.
Mm-hmm.
And then in come the hillbillies, and they're introduced in a way, then like, oh, okay, they're looking the same kind of sinister look. It's like, I'm already getting a little upset. Like, this is too on the nose. It's too on the nose.
So you're thinking this is going to be another like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like The Hills Have Eyes,
right? Yeah,
something like that,
right? Where just some yokels are just being crazy for the sake of being crazy, and that's it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then as soon as it hits it's like very soon in, like maybe within the first 5-10 minutes, once they hit the convenience store, and then it switches, and you realize that Tucker and Dale are normal people. I just like, oh, this is good. This is kind of fun. This is kind of fun. And then as it keeps going, I see the direction that it's kind of starting to split off. Like, it's walking a line at the beginning of horror versus like normal, and then there's a pinnacle where it hits when the first death happens. That I'm just like, I am on board. I am 100% on board for the rest of whatever's happening now.
Excellent.
Well, Maestro, I don't know if you could tell, but I enjoyed this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Me coming and seeing this for the first time.
All right.
It was great. The comedy in it, well, growing up watching horror movies, this is hilarious because it explains why Leatherface is running with the chainsaw. It explains like the tropes of the characters, like the like the preppy. What's his name? Chad.
That sounds just about right.
Yeah, I think his name's
Chad's
Chad.
such a douchey name.
How he's like you just don't fucking get it, do you? You're in a situation you can't walk out of. And everyone's like, bro, the road's up there. Let's just find a phone. He's like, there are no phones out here.
and he breaks the
and
phone.
he breaks the girl's like phone in half. That's great. The humor in this was really great.
As much as that should be over the top, I really don't feel like it is.
Okay.
Well, maybe because it's once I got the vibe of what the movie is, like, no, that's right. This character would exist in this world, and even this world is still my world.
Yeah, there's nothing like supernatural or crazy about it.
And the way that the characters are in this movie, I would buy it. I would buy it happening in real life in this world, in my world, Maestro.
Good job, Maestro.
Yeah.
I feel like I failed here.
Were you expecting? All right. So were you trying to?
No. This is actually something I was really thankful for.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, then. I appreciate that.
Just wait for my birthday.
This was like in the top 3 when at the end of the year for like best horror movies of 2011 on like Bloody Disgusting and all these other websites I go to, and I always wanted to watch it and just never got around to seeing it. So when you said Tucker Dale vs. Evil, I'm like, yes, I could finally sit down and watch this thing.
I have that same kind of feeling about a lot of movies that we do. That I've heard of them. I would never watch them on my own volition, but now being kind of like forced into them, like, okay, cool, I can check off the list.
I am your volition.
I'm not always happy about it.
I didn't say you'd have to be.
Yeah, but I get at least you're off the list.
All right.
So Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
So the humor in this movie is great. Their chemistry is great.
Beautiful.
Tucker and Dale.
Yeah.
Tudyk
is amazing.
He's great. He's great in this. I love him in everything he does. I never really watched Firefly, but everybody talks about how great that show is.
Oh, you love it.
Is he good in it?
He's good.
Think of it this way: you only have like one season to go through, anyways, to watch the
It's
whole
real
thing.
quick. It's a real easy watch.
Who is he in the show?
He's
Wash.
the captain.
He's the main guy?
No.
He's Wash. He's the driver, the pilot.
The pilot, not the captain.
Oh,
the pilot.
okay. The castle guy is the main guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nathan Fillion. He's amazing too.
Yeah.
Everybody in Firefly is at their peak. There's no bad performances.
Okay.
And even afterwards, they go on to other bigger things, and they are amazing in all those too.
Yeah, Tudyk was also in Dollhouse, which is also a great series by Josh Whedon.
Dushku?
Yes, Eliza Dushku.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a great show too.
You remember the movie A Knight's Tale? I think we did that, didn't we? Or did we just talk about
No,
it?
we just talked about it.
Yeah. I think Tudyk was in it too, and he was basically the main reason why that movie actually didn't die.
He's like that bard guy, right? The talker upper.
Yeah.
The hype man, I guess.
No, he wasn't the hype man. That was no. He was the redhead that was always angry.
It wasn't the hype man?
No,
the
that
hype
was Chaucer.
Man, yeah, that was another British guy.
That's Jarvis, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. The Vision.
Ah, yes.
That's
okay.
right.
Damn it.
Tudyk was in Dodgeball, right? He's the pirate?
Yep. Yar.
Yeah.
He's also King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
Peter.
And in the latest Star Wars, he's
the robot.
Yeah.
I forgot his number.
K286 or what? K2XL or whatever.
Yeah. K2
XL.
8 something.
yeah,
that sounds right.
Just call him K2.
He was the best part of that movie.
He's amazing.
One of my favorite joke in Wreck-It Ralph was when Ralph is trying to fight him and he puts glasses on. He goes, "You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?" And Ralph takes the glasses and he hits him over the head with it. He goes, "Oh, you hit a guy with glasses? That's clever."
I heard Tudyk was being interviewed and he was talking about Wreck-It Ralph and he tried to put a joke in to Wreck-It Ralph that didn't make the cut during the final scene when during the race and everybody's going crazy. And he wanted to put in the line like, "Oh, let's not just start a race riot." Because it's a race and there's a riot?
Oh, it was close.
Nobody?
I was close. It was K2SO.
Yeah. K2 was right. I knew that for sure. No, Tudyk is great.
Yeah. He I remember he pretty much based that role off of the Mad Hatter from the cartoon Alice in Wonderland.
That makes complete sense.
He said that's pretty much who I wanted to be was the Mad Hatter.
Nailed it.
Yeah. So he's great in this.
Yes. I think, and I kept thinking, am I just so biased because of everything I've seen him in before this that I just think he's the best part of the movie? But Dale was also amazing.
Yeah.
Dale,
that guy, Tyler Labine.
Yeah.
He was in this show. It was on the CW. It only ran for one season. I really liked it. pull up. What is it called?
He's great though.
Reaper. Did you ever hear Reaper on the CW?
No.
It's pretty clever. So his parents sold his. No, I think he's the main guy. His parents sold his soul to the devil when he was like a baby. Okay. So now it's his 21st birthday. So the devil has shown up to collect on his soul, and he says, "I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. There's a bunch of evil souls escaping from hell. So I need you to go out and be like a Ghostbuster to go get them for me.
Okay.
The more ghosts you bring me, the longer you can have your soul. Deal?" And he goes, "All right, deal."
All right.
That's the premise of the show. That's a great premise. It was only on like 2 seasons.
That sounds very interesting.
But he's really great as the lead in Reaper.
All right. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, check out Reaper.
Because I've never seen this guy before, but I want to see more of him.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. He's the perfect... He played the character perfectly. The Tudyk, because I know him, I can see a little bit of the, like, all right, he's stretching his characters into this direction. Mm-hmm. But this guy, it felt like that's him in real life. Mm-hmm. Like, this is you did a great job.
And the main chick that Tucker, that Dale likes is from 30 Rock.
Yes,
she works in the writer's room. Yeah, she's a receptionist in the writer's room.
Yes,
that Joda Friedlander's always hitting on.
Yeah, the one that's just like too hot for her own good.
Yeah.
Too dumb and just like
yes,
yeah, it's a great character.
So when I saw her, I'm like, oh, I like her in 30 Rock.
Yes,
this is a great cast.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, this is a very pleasant surprise.
Good job, Maestro.
Because Maestro usually is just in there just to get at you.
But I liked his pick from like 2 years ago when we first did this, when he did Ninja 2. I know you hated that. I loved Ninja 2. That was great.
You see, I honestly tried to get something that everyone wouldn't hurt me for, but I honestly also wanted to be truthful to the being thankful for the movies. So I was really walking the line on this one, hoping that you guys would all like it too.
Good, thank you. I appreciate it.
And I hope that you understand that this is by no means an attack against you guys for like wrenching anything in the future, because my birthday will be.
Okay. Okay.
That I can't wait for.
I thought that was getting a little too sweet for a second. Now I understand.
I can't wait for your birthday pick.
Yes. By the way, my thankful movie I think is going to be a crowd pleaser as well.
All right.
I hope it will. Anyway.
There will be a reckoning.
All right. All right.
I'm pretty sure mine is going to get thumbs up across the board.
Okay.
Because you and me talk about it all the time.
Oh, is that right?
I haven't really heard Maestro talk about this movie.
What?
Okay.
Well, what my pick will be next week.
Oh.
I'll save it for the end.
Okie dokie.
All right. Now,
oh wait. So let's talk about the movie. So like you mentioned earlier, Adam.
Okay.
It starts off like a dumb slasher movie.
Yes.
It's like the Blair Witch, like they're filming stuff.
Right.
And like a crazed hillbilly comes out. That's the one thing that threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening here? I thought this was supposed to be like a dumb horror comedy.
Yeah. And
then it becomes a dumb horror comedy. And I completely forgot about this opening scene.
Me too.
Like I just forgot that even happened.
In fact, I was watching it again today before you guys got here, just to like remind myself of like how it started. Because I remember the movie, but I don't remember how it started.
Yeah.
Then I saw the opening scene again, like I don't even remember that. Where it's like it's the flash forward of what happens.
Yeah.
And then it's fun. So they get to a gas station. There's these dumb college kids that are going out for camping.
Yeah, so it's like Cabin in the Woods. There's like the slutty chick. There's like the good girl, like the virgin, like final girl. There's the douchebag jock guy.
Right, the responsible dude.
Was there like a stoner guy? No.
Yes, there was.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like he called him an idiot. Oh, if I was an idiot, would I bring these?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So it's all the typical slasher trope characters. Perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In this world, of course, these guys would exist. Yeah. And that always like tripped me out. Like, how do these people become friends?
They don't. They don't.
It's just does the screenwriter think like, oh well, in my dream world, if I had friends in college, I would want the jock guy and I'd want the slutty girl. Do you think that's?
I think I know why. It's a means to an end. Like for instance,
they just need body counts.
The jock has his swingman, and he has his supplier, and that's basically who he would want to bring on a party all the time. Have a person that supplies him with his drugs, and a wingman to take care of the stuff that he doesn't want to. Okay. That's what those guys were there for. Which doesn't make sense why they would actually have the other guy that just randomly did something and killed himself. That was weird.
Right. I have a much more cynical view of it. These are all archetypes that we need people that are watching the movie to relate to.
Yeah.
So if you're going to watch this movie, you pick your guy. Hey, yeah, that'd be me in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the
guy,
dumb jock guy. Yeah, bro.
So that guy would never say that.
Oh, that's true.
That guy would be like, no, I'm the smart one. I'm the hero in this one.
Uh-huh.
But he's actually the dumb jock guy.
Well, that's the beauty about it because the heroes aren't those guys.
Yeah, but they think they are. That's why they're so stupid.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What's that?
Because they're all archetypes who need to be killed to appease the old gods,
Oh God!
or they'll rise up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Otherwise, Thor wouldn't survive.
Who?
That's
Thor.
Check out our Cabin in the Woods episode
Cabin
in the archives.
Yes.
Yeah. So these kids go. Yeah. So these kids go to a gas station, like you said earlier, Adam, and Tucker and Dale are there, and this comes off like I know you haven't seen the original Friday the 13th, but in the original Friday the 13th, the one from 1980, they go to like a gas station. The local guy's like, "You better stay out there woods. Those woods are haunted." And all these like horror movies, there's always like the dumb locals.
Nothing up there but pain and disappointment or whatever.
Yeah, that's what the sheriff says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it fits into the horror movie nicely. So Dale, Tudyk is Tucker, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Dale likes the blonde chick from 30 Rock.
Yes.
And then Tudyk is just like, go talk to her. But he's like really weird. Like he has like a, how would you say, what was like wrong with him? He's just not.
He's shy.
He's just shy.
Yeah, he has low self-confidence. That's all.
Yeah.
He's a fat dude that is weighed down by the fact that he's a fat dude. Like, no, girls aren't gonna like me. As a former fat dude, I can attest to this being accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say faturate?
Yeah. Sure.
Were you a great big fat person, Adam?
Were you big?
I'm suddenly much more excited for the next podcast now with these little hints you're dropping, man. Yeah, so he goes up to talk, and so Tudyk does a great job. He's like, just go talk to her, be yourself, and make sure you laugh when you go talk to her. It shows confidence. But somehow, in the meantime, hands him a giant scythe. So,
Yes.
So Dale walks over to the college girls with this giant scythe in his hand, and he's like, "So you guys are going camping?"
Yeah. Because I think what happens is Tucker tries to give Dale some pointers about how to talk to girls.
Right. And
he says just exude confidence by laughing.
It's great. Because it basically, if... this would explain a horror movie if horror movies didn't end up the way they actually did.
Yeah.
But the whole beginning part where the kids were getting freaked out, this would explain that away. Like, yeah, no, everyone's just trying to be normal, and you're freaking out because you're crazy.
And it's like what Maestro said, it's just a big misunderstanding.
Yes.
From both parties.
Right. But like in most horror movies, it turns out they're actually insane for no reason. But this is the way things would actually play out in real life.
Okay.
Which is why I think I enjoyed the movie so much, because I was like, I get it. I understand how these things could actually happen.
Okay.
So then the jock guy comes up. Hey, man, we don't want any trouble. All right, dude. Just we're trying to get out of here.
His name is Chad, and I love that he has the collar up.
Yep.
Throughout the whole movie. That's great.
That's perfect. That's a perfect move. Yep. Great archetype.
Yeah.
So he goes back. To Tudyk, like, man, I just suck with the ladies. He's got the giant scythe. They don't. Yeah. They're both kind of like dumb hillbilly folk.
Yeah. They're simple.
Yeah, they're simpletons. So he's walking back with the scythe. I just don't get the ladies, man. Like, well, you just freaked the hell out of them, man.
Yeah.
So now they go back up the road. They go off to their cabin.
And I'm pretty sure this is the cabin from Cabin in the Woods. Like from the outside, it looks like dead on like it.
Okay.
Or it's the Evil Dead cabin. It looks like both of those cabins.
It might have been the Evil Dead cabin, except for the fact that it was even more rickety than. I did see. I'm not sure if you guys watched it, but Ash vs. Evil Dead, where they actually in Ash vs. Evil, there's a new TV series on Starz where they actually showed how they made the Evil Dead cabin and how they had to remake it because of other things in this TV series.
Okay.
So in this movie, it's not, but it looks darn close.
It looks like a basic nondescript creepy cabin.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for, and yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So the college kids, they go out into the woods, and then Chad,
Douchey McDoucherson,
he tells a story about the Memorial Day massacre that happened 20 years ago, on how, like them, a bunch of other young college kids went out, and then a bunch of hillbillies from the forest came out and massacred all of them.
Right.
And his mom and dad were his mom was the only living survivor because the dad was taken away.
Oh, the dad was never found.
The dad's body was never found. So
Okay.
he's the living survivor of this massacre. So Chad really, really, really hates hillbillies
Right.
with a passion. Like almost as much as I hate bankers.
Right.
Okay, banker.
Right.
Oh, you know what I found out? So later in this movie, I'm assuming you've seen this movie if you're listening to this podcast. When you find out that one of the characters is part hillbilly, he's like, no, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I found out that my name, Matthew, it's a biblical name. He's a saint,
Yes.
Saint Matthew.
No.
He's the saint. You know how saints represent, like Saint Patrick is Saint Peter is the saint for like travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saint-
So every saint represents like something.
As a Catholic thing. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never got into the.
So Saint Matthew is the saint of bookkeepers, bankers, and
No.
lawyers.
That's perfect.
So when I found that out, I felt like the character,
No,
like,
not me.
no, not me.
I'm me.
Okay, banker.
Okay, banker.
So he's saying that just like scare him, but he's also trying to warn him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the driver. Oh, the driver is the guy. He's the responsible guy. Comes like, hey, let's go skinny dipping or whatever. One of the guys.
Yeah.
So they all go off like, all right, let's go swimming. Meanwhile, we got Tucker and Dale back at their cabin. They get there. They're like, oh, this cabin's amazing. We're gonna fix it up. This is gonna be our new vacation
Because this
house.
is Tucker's vacation home
Yeah, he spent every last dime
on this
to
cabin.
buy this cabin, which he's sharing with his friend, which is great.
Uh-huh.
Good friends, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have just you and your friend, and you like to go fishing, supposedly, and that's pretty much all that they can do out there. I mean, like that's ultimately the ideal thing to do.
Yeah,
which is what they do right after this, as
Right.
they explain that it's their vacation home.
yeah. So they go, they look around. This place looks kind of beat up or whatever, and then I guess they're spent the day renovating.
Yes.
And now it's nighttime.
Which explains why they have like chainsaws and like all this stuff.
Yes.
It's because they're fixing up their
Yeah.
cabin.
Right. It's all perfectly
Yeah, it
logical.
makes sense.
It's all logical, which is not common in horror movies.
So now if I make you like watch Friday the 13th part like 7, are you just going to be like, no, in the Tucker Dale world, that would make sense.
Yeah, basically. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to make it a fabrication of one of the teenagers' brains messing everything up.
Okay.
Or maybe he's got a split personality and he's killing everybody because he's stupid.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna make them better in my own brain.
Okay.
Because that's what I have to do.
oh my! So all the students or college students, wherever they want to be called, they're probably like 38. End up jumping into a pool in the middle of the dark.
Well, it's a lake.
Oh, it's a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it looks like a swamp.
It is swampy.
Yeah. I mean, and surprisingly enough, they go into when it's pitch ass dark with no lights,
Yeah.
and then for some weird reason, this is what I didn't understand. Why would she get changed on the highest rock in the middle of the water to take her clothes off? Why didn't she do it like everyone else and go on the other side of the lake?
You're talking about Allison, the chick from 30 Rock.
Yeah, 30
Yes.
Rock.
Yeah.
Let's call her 30 Rocks.
30. Oh, that's how many she hit on the way down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So she. Oh, yeah. I guess it is kind of in the middle of nowhere. No, that doesn't matter. These are not the things you get caught up on. This movie.
What?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. You just accept it.
Right.
What? Who are you people?
No, because this movie is setting up the world that is just kind of like, it's not.
Wait. Are you telling you immediately accept meh all of a sudden?
Because
what is
the
this?
movie sets up meh.
Oh my
The movie
god!
sets it up, therefore I'm on board with it. If the movie, if the whole beginning of the movie was zombies, what is it? House of a Thousand Corpses.
Uh-huh.
If it was if it was that kind of setup at the beginning, I would not accept this. I'd be angry about it. But the fact that this was set up in the way that it was set up, where it's like it's leading you down this road. Oh nope, it's not that kind of movie. It just it kind of it puts my brain in a certain mind frame to accept certain things. Max just lost it. Yeah, so she goes up and she's about to dive into the water because now she's finally going to start skinny dipping with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Dale and Tucker
are
fishing.
in a fishing boat
fishing.
right by.
Yeah, and Dale, super sweetheart, doesn't want to oh, she's getting naked. Dale, we shouldn't look, or Tucker, we shouldn't look. Like Tucker gets her attention, loses her footing, hits her head in a rock, falls in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're Dale and Tucker arguing, but realizing she's not coming up for air. So they go and rescue her.
And as they pull her to the boat, the college kids glance over and they're like, "Oh my God, those crazy hillbillies are kidnapping Allison."
We got your friend, they say.
Yeah, we got your friend.
That's great. That's so great.
Which is meant to be a don't worry,
Yeah.
we have her. She's safe now. And they take it as oh my God, we got her.
You're next.
Yeah, they take her to the cabin and they try to nurse her back to health.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the college kids see that as, "Oh my God, those crazy hillbillies took her. We have to form a plan."
Yeah.
This is.
Tell me, what did you see? Well, it's kind of dark, but I feel like I saw them eating her face.
They're playing on the idea that their fears are creating the illusions of what actually happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to mention, right before this, while everyone's getting naked for skinny dipping, Chad, or Popped Collar, decided to make a move on Allison with an axe, trying to get him to say that they're perfect for each other before he.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
They immediately, she immediately turns him down.
That's right. He does get a little rapey.
Little?
Yeah.
He tried to scare her with an axe first as a point of flirting.
Right.
That's rapey.
It's true. So, I mean, she's trying to have a good time, and meanwhile, Mike Dexter comes on to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically Mike Dexter. That's what this guy is.
Yeah.
Which is Can't Hardly Wait. That was my thankful episode from the first one.
From last year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's all I see when I see those kind of people. That's all I think about is Mike Dexter.
Mike Dexter.
What? Killy rapies?
Yeah, Kelly Rapies or Mike Dexteries. Oh, Dexter.
So the college kids go to the cabin and they tell one of the guys, "Hey, you got to go. You drive," because this kid is the only one allowed to drive his dad's truck or whatever.
Right.
So he has to go to town to get the sheriff.
Let's call him Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. So he has to go get the sheriff, and then Allison wakes up and she befriends them in a weird way. She's realized oh, these guys are harmless.
Yeah. Well, first she wakes up. In comes Dale with a tray, and she's like, "Ah, don't kill me!"
He goes, it's just pancakes and
Oh, you don't like pancakes? Sorry, I didn't like pancakes.
and then he comes back. "I got bacon and eggs. I
some
hope you like
bacon.
that."
Yeah. Hope you're okay with these now. And she realizes quickly, oh, I shouldn't be terrified.
Yeah.
He's just a nice dude.
Uh-huh.
So they have a little conversation. They start playing some board games.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, outside, Tucker is trying to cut down some wood. This is the turn.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
He's Tucker has a chainsaw.
Yes.
And he's cutting through a tree.
A giant hollow log.
Yeah, it's
basically.
hollowed out.
Yeah.
But inside of it is a beehive.
Oh yes.
He cuts through the tree, cuts the beehive. These bees start coming up. It's like zzz, and then the way the sound effects zzz, and he's like, "Oh!" So he's running with the chainsaw.
And this is
like Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw, the way he's swinging it.
Yeah.
And one of the college kids sees it. He's like, "Oh God!" So he starts running.
They all start running.
Yeah.
And because in their eye, they're just seeing a madman with a chainsaw.
Well, 'cause first of all, they just spent the past 10 minutes pretty much playing Rochambeau to decide who's going to go walk up to the cabin.
Uh-huh.
Finally, this guy, all right, I'll walk up to the cabin. As he's walking up, around the corner comes Tucker, waving the chainsaw.
Like Leatherface.
Oh my God!
So they both start running. And then the first death is great.
Yeah.
The way this guy dies is
It's
fantastic.
beautiful. You want to describe it, Maestro, as your movie here?
Well, okay. Basically, the first guy's running away. He's the guy that delivers the weed to the jock. So I'm guessing he's not the fastest runner in the group, so that's why he's probably right there, and to the point where Tucker actually catches up with him. The only difference is Tucker's not running after him; he's running just alongside him.
They're parallel to one another.
Yeah.
One another.
He's running away from the bees.
Yeah.
He's doing a Chris Farley.
Exactly. But that's what confuses the kid, because he's like, he's not chasing. What? And then he gets impaled by a stick.
Right.
A really big
They're
stick.
making eye contact, being like, As he's realizing, wait, you're not chasing me?
And it's too late.
Yeah.
Turn
and then
forward.
he runs into a branch that's it's fucking sticking out like.
It's fine. I've been in nature. That's happened.
Yeah. So he runs into it. He's like, ugh.
And then you see on his face as he slowly dies the realization that it's his own damn fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, damn it.
And then he dies. So Tudyk, his face is all fucked up. Like Dale has to pluck
stingers.
out all the stingers.
Yeah.
So Chad and the group see this guy dead, and Chad's like, "We're in for the fight of our lives." Like he says something like that.
They left his body here as a display to us.
And,
Wow.
and he's feeding all these college students these weird accusations that he doesn't even know that exist are real anyway.
This guy is insane.
Yes.
Which is probably the reason why the explanation at the end makes sense too.
So good.
And Allison and Dale are digging like a hole because they're going to build an outhouse there.
Right.
So the friends go back.
Because apparently she has background in this. She
Yes.
grew up on
She
a
grew up
ranch.
on a farm.
Yeah, a farm.
Yeah.
So it's not her first out-hole digging thing or
Yeah.
whatever.
Out hole.
Right.
Because she said, like, yeah, I know how to do stuff. I was always taught on the farm, you know, you have to work to
Earn your keep.
Earn your keep. There you
Yeah.
go. So she's digging like a hole. And the friends show up and they see this and they go, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
they're making her dig her own grave."
Sick bastard.
And all they're doing is just hanging out, having a good time, taking turns working out.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. So many miscommunications.
Mhm.
It's just, but that's like it's typical.
Yeah.
Yes, you would think this if you were that kind of crazy person.
Uh-huh. If you think you're in a horror movie,
Yeah.
yeah, dig her own grave.
It's less logical to think that way, no?
So this is when they attack him, right? The college kids try to attack him.
Kind of. They split apart and they try to surround him. Yeah, that's what they do. And
And Tucker is throwing wood into a wood chipper. This is great.
it's so good.
This is so good. I knew where this is going. Like as soon as that wood chipper was turned on, I'm like, I know where this is definitely going.
See, I didn't have that.
Okay.
I was just kind of like just sitting like, oh, this is. I was just enjoying it as it was happening. Because usually if it's a horror movie, I'm already trying to jump ahead. Like I know what's gonna happen because I've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah.
But because this movie was so much different than what I'm used to,
Uh-huh.
I was just kind of like, where are you gonna go with this? Where are you going?
Yes.
I want to see where you're going. So I was having fun with it. So yeah, so they pretty much split up like, all right, we got to come around, we got to surround the house, we got to all attack from different directions.
Uh-huh.
And so he starts running at Tucker while
He has a knife or something in his hand, right? He has like something to hit Tucker with.
Yeah.
He has some
It was
object.
like maybe a hammer. I don't know.
Yeah.
He had something. I don't remember what it was.
So he jumps like straight at Tucker with whatever the blade or whatever, and Tucker bends down, doesn't see him. He's
Right.
bending down to pick up wood, and the guy just flies head first into the wood chipper, and Tucker just sees feet dangling out, and he's like, "Oh my God!"
And he tries to pull him out, but it's too late. It's already been like half his body's already been like mauled.
Tudyk does such a great
Yeah,
job.
his delivery is great.
Yeah.
I know I'm jumping a little ahead, but when the cop shows up and he's trying to explain what happened, he goes, "Boy, officer, we had a wacky day today." Yeah.
Oh, so good.
And so Dale, what happened with his guy? Oh, so they dig deep in the hole already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy comes at Dale and he
It's like
turns,
a weed whacker or something.
Yeah, and he knocks Allison out with his shovel.
It's just like, huh?
Yeah.
Total accident, knocks her out, she falls over.
Uh-huh.
And then the guy comes. It was a weed whacker, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
comes out. He comes out with a weed whacker, and I guess Dale.
No, it comes with a stick.
Yeah, it's like
A pike.
sharp stick or something.
Okay, where's the weed whacker?
'Cause he
come in?
impaled-
That's in
himself.
the house later.
Yeah, that's in the house.
Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
That's fine. So
yeah.
he jumps at Dale and he impales himself pretty much in the hole. He's like,
He trips over his own feet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, and that's on top of him.
Yes. And Dale's like, "Oh God!"
So basically, the guy dies right on front of him as he slides down
It's
his own
very
pipe.
possible that Dale and Tucker are more scared
Yeah.
than the kids are.
Yes.
And in the entire movie, they're just the victims, basically, of these kids. So that's what makes it so fun, because each side thinks they're being attacked, but nobody's attacking anybody.
Yeah. It's all misunderstanding.
Well, actually, they are attacking him now because.
Oh yeah. I guess that's true.
Oh. And they even say, like, these college kids are crazy, man. They have a suicide pact or something.
That's right.
Yeah. That was so good.
So that kid gets the sheriff who warned him earlier about going in the woods.
What's his story, by the way? He's just crazy for no reason?
I don't know.
Wait, the kid?
The sheriff.
Oh, the sheriff? No, he was the sheriff during the first incident. Or he was.
Or he might have been a deputy.
He must have been a deputy. He was a deputy of the first incident. They showed him in the newspaper clipping.
All right, I guess that makes sense. I was about to say, the only part of the movie doesn't make sense is that sheriff, but in that context, maybe.
Yeah, they explained it towards the end.
All right, I'll buy it.
All right.
So the sheriff comes by, and then he picks up all the remaining survivors. And it's the slutty chick, the black guy, Chad, and that other girl. The girl is like the logical one. She's like, there's a road right there. Let's just go find a phone.
Yeah.
You're in a situation you can't walk out of now.
She's the one that couldn't find the beer at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
So the sheriff...
That beginning scene, by the way, is like, oh my God, guys!
Yeah.
We're out of beer.
Yeah.
that's the whole... All right. I don't like it from the beginning. But anyway.
So the sheriff takes him in the car, and he goes, all right, well, let's go to the cabin and figure out what's going on. They're like, well, why are we going there?
Yeah. But you got to assume the sheriff guy is used to stupid kids up in his woods. So he's like, that'll be fine. We'll go talk about it.
So Tucker and Dale are taking the body of the kid out of the wood chipper.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just his torso down.
Yeah. Just legs.
Just legs.
Just legs coming out.
And the sheriff shows up because Allison's asleep in the house.
Yeah.
The sheriff shows up, and like I said, they're holding just his legs. And the sheriff walks out just like, now what's happening here? And this is where his delivery is so great. He goes, well, officer, we had a doozy of a day. And they explain like what happened.
Yeah.
This guy fell into our wood chipper. There's these college kids. We think they're suicidal. They have a suicide pact.
Right.
They're crazy.
By the way, the cop at this point,
they walk into the cabin at this point.
Way too understanding.
Yeah.
Way too like, all right, I'll hear you out.
Yeah.
Versus,
let's see where you're going with this.
You're holding legs. Get in the back of the car. Yeah. That should be the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. This cop's weird.
He probably is like, because I guess they're looking for his friend Allison, so I think he's trying to push him into getting into a place where they'll show it to him, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn it, another good point. Well done, Maestro.
And the sheriff goes inside and he's talking to him, and he leans on this pole.
Yeah,
no,
a support beam.
On
basically.
a beam. And the
that was
beam,
earlier explained.
Yeah, earlier it was don't lean on the beam.
Yeah. It's not a support beam, turns out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
But it's a killing beam.
Something flies down with nails.
Well, as he starts leaning on it, as he's about to, like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. Comes down, bam, gets him in the forehead.
Like 4 nails straight to his head.
It's basically a 2x4 that's been turned into like a mace.
Yes.
Which is nails coming out of it. Hits him in the head. It's now stuck to his head. As he like just walks out like, oh. By the way, if you can get from the house to the car with 2x4 nails stuck in your head, that's a little impressive.
Yeah.
But he gets...
And the college kids are like, ah! They're trapped in the back seat.
Right, because of course they think they just killed this dude.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he pretty sure he just killed himself.
Yeah.
But again, misunderstanding. It's a beautiful thing.
And so the kids get the sheriff's gun and they start shooting at him. And this is where they get the nail gun, Tucker and Dale.
Yeah.
Because they have their dog. The college kids have their dog, and they were threatening to shoot Tucker's dog.
Right.
They have a gun to the dog's head. Like, we're going to shoot your dog. So he tells them, create a distraction, and I'll go rescue the dog. So Dale just starts firing randomly into the woods with the nail gun.
Yeah.
While Tucker sneaks in the back.
Yeah, because he modified it in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because nail guns won't fire that way normally.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah.
Because in like Lethal Weapon 2, I think, there's the nail gun fight.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Safety thing, you got to bypass it. You see that on the... Oh, that's a weird hand motion.
Diplomatic immunity. You do that good, Maestro.
What?
The diplomatic immunity line?
Diplomatic... No, I can't do it right now. Which diplomatic immunity? Okay.
Oh, Varys?
diplomatic immunity
Revoked.
Revoked. Yes.
has
great.
been revoked.
Yeah. So basically, Dale is now shooting the nail guns into the woods randomly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tucker crawls and he lets his dog go, but then Chad captures him.
How does Chad get the gun? Oh yeah, one of the kids kills himself with it.
Oh, the kid who went to get the sheriff, I forgot this. He like trying to like figure out how the gun works, and he's waving the front of it by his head, and he blows his head off.
Yeah, because he can't figure out the safety.
Yeah.
That would have upset me, but at the same time, very believable. Still believable.
Yeah. Remember Simon Gruber? Gotta take the safety off.
Yeah.
When he's eating the
Takes
egg.
a bite of the egg. I'll take off the safety catch. Ah!
They put you on hold.
Yeah.
God, I love this country.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh man. Okay, so
So they capture Tucker.
right.
Chad captures Tucker, knocks him out cold, and Tucker wakes up. He's being hung upside down, and Chad cuts off 2 of his fingers, and they send it as a letter. Oh, we got to talk about that. We have your friend. When they first get Allison,
Yeah.
They write it with a hatchet on the block.
they get the hatchet and they carve it into like the side of a tree. We have your friend,
Because they're trying to write a note to the kids,
saying, "Hey, we have your friend."
but being hillbillies, they're like, "This is I got a pad of paper.
Yeah.
I got this hatchet, and there's a log here."
Ooh, there's a hatchet. You see, he says it not like there's a hatchet. It's like, ooh, there's a hatchet.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
a nice-
Matter of factly,
Uh-huh.
this is our pen.
That scene explains the problem with text messaging because you can't interpret like context or anything in a text.
Right.
Because it's they're saying, "Hey, we have your friend."
Yeah. There's no emoji for we're not harmful people.
Yeah, but they read it as "We have your friend."
Right.
Not we have your friend.
Yeah. So, Tucker, his 2 fingers get cut off by Chad.
Yeah.
And he leaves on the front porch. His 2 fingers in a note in blood that says, "We have your friend." Great.
Yeah. It's well.
I can't believe they cut his fingers off. Too. I didn't see that coming.
Well, yeah, this kid's been crazy from the beginning.
Yes.
This Mike Dexter guy. He's out of control since the first time you see him.
Yes.
You realize
He broke the girl's phone.
Don't
you get it? Phones don't work out here. And he smashes her phone.
even before that, even when like the opening scene, like the hillbilly's like, no, there's either them or there's us. You're either like whatever alpha data, whatever thing they are, and they're like, hey, woo, woo. It's typical asshole jock dudes. He's the worst.
So I think Allison comes too. Like she finally wakes up from her thing, and he explains what's happening.
Yeah,
and he goes, "I gotta go rescue Tucker." So he goes out, and then the 2 girls come into the cabin, don't they?
Well, he gets the whole like get up going, right? He gets like a mask, and then
no, that's later when she's captured. When Allison's captured by Chad.
You're right.
Yeah,
I keep jumping ahead.
Yes,
Apologies.
yeah, it's okay. So he goes out, and then her 2 friends show up with Chad, and they're like, "Come on, we're here to rescue you." She goes, "No, it's all one big misunderstanding."
Yeah.
They go, "Oh my God, she has Stockholm syndrome."
That's right. Now here's the weed whacker.
Yes, Weed Whacker comes in
Weed
now.
whacker thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now this is the weed whacker part.
All right.
Are you waiting for this Weed Whacker incident?
No, it's all they all mesh together because they're all like
Because you laughed on every single one of them?
yeah.
Dude, I laughed out loud. I literally laughed out loud
Yes.
on scenes in this movie.
Absolutely, me too. There's plenty of them.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the funniest movie I've seen in a while. Actually,
Okay.
I don't think I've seen a good comedy lately.
Well, that's because you're watching movies that we recommend.
Yeah, so yeah, it's basically your fault, but then also your fault for recommending this. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So the weed whacker.
Yeah, it's they're coming at him, and then it's the same kind of situation with the guy that got put in the wood chipper. It's like get out of the way, and then oh no! But now the weed whacking is weed whacking the friend. So they pretty much killed the other friend. Like,
well, because like, okay, this is basically how it worked. The girl that said there was no beer, plus Chadsness, was in the room with Dale Tucker trying to, and somehow was it Natalie? What's her name? Michaela? What's her name?
I don't know.
30 Rocks.
Allison?
Yeah, Allison. There you go.
Yeah, Allie.
She tried to play psychotherapist or a therapist and try to make everyone talk it out.
Well, that's right, because she has or she's studying for it, at least.
Yeah. And
Right.
so basically, they're sitting out, and the other college students think that they're being held hostage. That's why they come running in at at the worst time.
Yes.
With a weed whacker.
She's making some progress with the patients.
I'm feeling better, thank you.
Yeah. What is it that you think is happening here? What do you think is happening here?
Blah, 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 blah.
So this is like what we think is the final showdown.
Right.
Because what happens here? I know the cabin blows up.
Yeah, the cabin blows up. Oh, you want to
take this one? Kind of foggy in the last
Yeah.
scene
Okay.
as well.
You want me to run it then?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Maestro.
So as they feel like they're actually getting some headway with the Chad, the other college people come in with the weed whacker,
Right.
mauling the beer girl's face
Right.
in the process because I guess they didn't expect what's happening, and she just kind of was in the way.
Right. Maybe at one point Dale realized his shoes were untied or something.
Yeah.
Weed whacker to the face.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
And then I forget, one of the other college students throws a candle or something like that at one of the guys, hits the guy in the leg because I guess Tucker dropped something like that.
Oh, it's Chad. He wants to burn the cabin down while Dale's away, so he puts gasoline everywhere. And the slutty chick, she lights up. She gets a smoke in.
Yeah, for the weed again.
For the weed.
Yeah,
and then
that's her character. She's the weed chick.
Yeah, and so she lights up, and the cabin blows up. But Tucker and Dale and Allison,
they all
escape.
see it coming. They're like,
"Yeah,
we gotta get out of here."
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's one of those like runs, like
And Chad's stuck in the explosion.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Jason Voorhees, like the killers in the movies,
yeah,
he fucking is not dead yet. He like kicks the door off of him. He's like, oh, and he looks like Two-Face, like half his face is scarred. And so that knocks everyone out.
Right.
But Chad is still up. So they wake up. Tucker and Dale wake up, and Allison's gone. And Tucker's like, oh, he took her, man. I think he took her to the old mill. And what's wrong with Tucker? Oh, well, he's recovering from no fingers.
The car crash.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They get in the car.
Oh, yes.
They get in the truck.
That's right, to escape.
And they drive off from Chad.
Think, the car's not starting. The car's not starting.
Yeah, just like in the horror movies.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chad's just like, I already got two faces. He's like walking towards them.
That's right.
Slowly.
I forgot about this.
They were going, and then Dale, as he's driving, like, looking over, like, I think we lost him.
And they crash
right into a tree.
That's what knocks him out. They wake up, and she's gone. So he goes to the old wood mill. And then you find out that in the old wood mill, how did they find out that Chad is part hillbilly?
Oh, they go.
It's revealed in the cabin, right?
Newspapers.
No, it's the newspapers in the foreman's room.
Yeah, that's right. In the foreman's office.
So this is where Dale does the costume change.
It's because the guy who's the actual killer is Chad's dad because he looks a lot like Chad.
Right.
It's Chad. It's in the movie it's Chad's dad, but it's Chad.
Yeah, it's the actor who plays Chad. It's him with like hillbilly makeup with like a big beard and stuff.
Right.
So he's holding Allison hostage. He has her tied to like some saw mill thing.
This is exactly like every horror type of movie thing. She's chained up to the piece of a log that is being fed into the sawmill that's about to cut her in half. This is the kind of thing that James Bond would get out of with a quarter. Or,
I was about to say that too, yeah.
Yeah. Or was that Archer?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, they fight, and then, because this is where Dale suits up, like Ash in Evil Dead 2, like he suits up.
Yeah.
He puts, like, the thing on his feet. And
Does he have, like, a hockey mask on?
No, it's a welding mask.
Okay.
Which means he can't see crap.
Yeah, that's also true.
So he rescues her, and they fight Chad off, and they lock themselves upstairs in the foreman's office. That's where they find the newspaper clippings, and they tell him, hey, you're part hillbilly. He goes, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
That can't be. No. No. And he's allergic to chamomile tea, Chad. That's brought up earlier.
Was it?
It has something to do with his breathing, his asthma.
Smoking gun, basically.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a box of chamomile tea. So as he's talking...
Because it was also brought up earlier during the first board game that they played with Dale.
That Dale,
and Allison.
If he reads something, he remembers it. Like
he has a photographic memory.
Yeah, because it is a way to impress people that he knows all the trivia stuff. So you read the trivia cards, memorize them, so that you can impress them later.
Yes.
So once it comes in his memory, locked in. So I guess, chamomile tea. Boom, zooms in. I didn't get it because I remember that reference earlier in the movie.
Okay.
But I'm assuming it was there.
Yeah.
Fine.
And he throws it. He takes it out of the bag, so it's like powder form.
Yeah.
And he throws it in the air, and Chad brings it in. He's like, and he's coughing, and he falls out the window.
I like the joke they used there too. It's like, oh, he can't breathe. It's like, that's all right. As long as he uses an inhaler, he'll be just fine. And that's when he pops out.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be an anaphylactic shock for a second, but inhaler will cure it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he jumps out. That's when he falls back out of the window into the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, maybe not.
Yep.
So he falls to his death, but we don't know.
Well, apparently not.
No.
Because now I wouldn't have caught this unless I rewatched it again.
Uh-huh.
The opening scene was 3 days later.
Yeah, that's Chad.
Yeah.
Right. It's him surviving.
Right. So he's alive.
Yeah.
I would love to see a sequel to this. I would love to see a sequel.
So the news crew and everybody shows up, and this is the same news crew that gets attacked 3 days later.
Right.
And then they tell their story. They were a bunch of teens at a suicide pact. They're psycho, man.
Yeah, and by the way, at this point, we're led to believe that Tucker is basically dead.
Mm-hmm.
That he didn't
make it.
He didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But cut to the hospital scene,
and he's watching that news report from his hospital bed.
Yeah.
And he has 2 new fingers, but one of them isn't his. It's a woman's finger with the red nail polish still on.
I don't remember that.
The weed girl, right?
Does this finger look fatter to you than my other fingers?
It doesn't look the same.
And Dale's like, nah, man, it looks good.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
So they asked him,
So did you ask her out? Like,
nah.
Like, damn it, Dale. You're not as unattractive as you think you are, and all these things. And then basically he's like, well, I gotta go because I got a bowling date with Allison.
Mm-hmm. And he's wearing like a bowling shirt.
Yeah.
He's all like clean cut.
Yeah.
So they go in the bowling alley and then they kiss and it's
cute.
Happily ever after.
Yeah.
Or so we think. Because the guys, remember Chad's missing.
Oh yeah.
And then that comes full circle in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah. And that's Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Great. I laughed out loud so many times during this movie. I enjoyed this movie a lot, Maestro.
Thank you.
I'll give my closing thoughts right now.
Yeah.
As a horror fan, someone who grew up watching slasher movies, like the dumbest slasher horror movies, seeing certain beats in this movie took me back to the scenes where it's like, oh my god, they're leaving the body here as a warning sign. Like that's in like Friday the 13th. That's in all these like horror movies. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's just like in all the movies. It's a fun way to like deconstruct and explain how these tropes work. It's a
reimagining of what you take it as.
So I get thumbs up on this, Maestro.
Thank you.
This was very good. Thank you.
I enjoyed it way more than I wanted to. Only because it was your suggestion, so therefore I feel like I had some disdain I had to keep. But I couldn't.
So Adam, is this a horror movie in your eye? Is this more of a comedy than horror?
This is a tough one.
Okay.
Because it lives in the horror genre, but it puts a humor twist to it. Like this to me is more horror than like a Ghostbusters would be.
Yes.
Where Ghostbusters is more comedy driven.
That has a little horror elements in it.
Right. This is more horror-y, but
it has comedy in it.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
This one walks the line in a very weird way.
Yeah.
But if I can consider this horror, then that would help your entire genre, Hollywood.
Nice.
To make me like it a little bit more.
Nice.
But
no, there's no buts. I enjoyed it. I wanted to dislike it more because I thought you were going to be just trying to screw me over with a bad movie. But this was actually very enjoyable. I'm glad you're thankful for it, and now I'm thankful for it as well.
Yeah. And are you tormented with the fact that you couldn't be tormented by it?
Yes.
Excellent.
So maybe that's your mission accomplished then. The inner struggle that I'm having at this moment is what you were trying to go for.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
You son of a...
All right, Maestro. It's your movie.
What?
Devious bastard.
This was your pick.
Yes.
So give us your closing thoughts before we move on.
Oh, my closing thoughts. I love this movie. I mean, it just shows exactly what misconception and assumptions can really lead to, along with an immense amount of beer and lack of thinking.
Nice. That was our opinion of the movie. But like I said at the top of the show, we have lots of them. We have 0 credentials. Now we're going to hear from people who actually have credentials, the critics. Do you want to hear good reviews or bad reviews?
Ooh, you know what? I want to see the bad reviews. I'm really interested to see what happens there.
Yeah.
Kyle Smith of the New York Post says, essentially a student film offering nothing but absurdly contrived coincidences.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I want your credentials.
Noel Murray of the AV Club says Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, AV Club, shocking.
Right? Noel Murray of the AV Club says Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is too slick and too cute. Tudyk and Labine are terrific comedic actors, but the movie might have been better served by less recognizable faces.
All right.
Assuming that the less recognizable faces could create such good acting, maybe that would be the case, but I doubt that
Yeah,
would
I don't
happen.
care if they're recognizable. They did a good job.
Yeah, that's all I care.
Mhm.
First of all, I didn't recognize Dale at all.
Yeah.
AV Club.
The good reviews now?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Bill Goody Kuntz. That's his name. That's his last name. Bill Goody Kuntz of the Arizona Republic says, it's a sometimes hilarious send-up of slasher movies that buries a surprising amount of sweetness under buckets of gore.
There wasn't that much gore.
There was decent
Yeah,
amount.
there was enough.
Yeah.
But
The
you
guy
didn't
gets
see
impaled, the face gets chopped off by a weed
He's
whacker
half burned.
Barely.
into a wood chipper.
You don't see it, though.
Blood is being dripped on Dale as he's impaled in
Yeah.
a pit.
That's not really gore. That's just paint, basically. It's just like liquid. It doesn't seem like... You don't see body parts literally flying all over the place, do you? You don't... Okay. Okay.
Spikes.
They fuck you with the
nails
scratch chipper.
into
What?
the
Oh,
head.
into the cop's head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking around still.
A guy
with
gets his
that.
head blown off.
I just feel like, in considering with other gore movies, this
All right.
wasn't that bad.
If
gory.
we're comparing to like the Tourist, then yeah. Or is it Hostel? That's what I want to
Hostel,
say.
yeah.
Oh, Tourist is pretty gruesome as well. They're playing soccer with the guy's head, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Keith Stakowicz, I forgot where he's from. I didn't put like where he's from.
That's fine.
Typo. At its heart, it's really just a one-idea premise stretched out to a feature-length film. But the lovable duo of Tudyk and Labine and an endearing layer of sweetness under all the blood make it a fully enjoyable comedy of terrors.
That started off real negative and then got real positive.
Yeah.
I'm very confused by that.
And finally, Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times
Yes.
says,
That's good
students of the Little Movie Glossary may find it funny how carefully Tucker and Dale works its way through upended cliches.
That one took the opposite turn. I feel like that one started more positive and got negative. What's with these people?
No, it's saying they have a clever way how to work through the cliches of like horror movies by like explaining how everything works.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now it's time for the Rotten Tomatoes game. This is the part of the show where we make the guys guess the score of the movie based on its Rotten Tomatoes score. For those of you unfamiliar with the scoring system, it's an average score from 0 to 100 amongst critics and the audience. 0 to 59 is rotten, 60 to 84 is fresh, and 85% and up is certified fresh. What would you guys like to guess first, the critics or the audience?
So the critics first, I guess.
Sure.
Maestro, this is your movie. You go first.
Oh, for the critics, I would say 70.
Okay.
This is going to be a weird thing for me because I feel like it's going to be upsetting in the opposite direction that I'm usually used to,
Okay.
where it's higher than it should be. I feel like this is going to be lower than it should be.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. We all enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe somehow wouldn't be accepted as much as it should be. By the critics, at least.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
70.
He said 70.
70? I want to keep it fresh. I'm going to give it a 61, just passing.
83%
Thank God.
from the critics.
Thank God. Good. All right.
And now the audience.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, I'm going first?
Yeah, please.
Um,
This is your thankful movie.
I would go for 80.
Okay.
I can't see anything wrong with this movie.
Okay.
I just can't. All right, so it's definitely going to be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go higher than I think it probably got. I'm going to give it 87.
84%.
Oh,
So the audience likes it 1% more than the critics.
that was me. I got that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by 1 percentage point I got that. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Giamatti wasn't in this. He's been in a lot of the movies we're doing, and since we love him, we started to ask, what role would Giamatti have had in this movie?
Sheriff.
Sure.
Sheriff would have been good.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, that's really the only role he could have been in.
Because he didn't play enough. Unless you want to make him the character at the end that knocks out that one girl and takes her away.
Oh, in the bowling alley?
Yeah.
No, I like him as a sheriff.
Yeah, because he can't be Dale and he can't be Tucker.
Yeah. And he can't be Chad.
Maybe,
what
maybe,
about
age appropriately? If he could be the driver, maybe.
Yeah,
driver?
maybe.
Driver?
The guy who's driving the car.
Oh.
I can't. You guys can't drive my car. It's my dad's car. He's got the odometer.
I can see him doing that. Okay. Finally. Trivia. This is part of the show where we give out little bits of facts or info you may not know about the movie. There was only like 4 things, and they weren't really that interesting, so
Okay.
I decided to skip it.
That's fine.
Finally, money makes the world go round. We want to put this film into perspective with other films that were released this year so we get a feel financially how well this film held up to its peers. I couldn't find the budget on any website, so I have no idea how much it cost. I know this was a low-budget movie.
Yeah, they didn't need much. I mean, it was just practical effects that you could probably get from
That's true.
So I know this is a low-budget movie. So give me your guess for its total worldwide gross.
Oh, this is gonna be tough. We have no number to work with here.
Go for it, Maestro. You your movie. I'm gonna use you as a guess as well.
I don't think it even went to theaters, did it?
It did.
It did?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
That's why it
was
has a worldwide gross.
There's no. It can't be a box office gross without it being in the box office.
Yeah.
It's gonna be toughy. 30 mil.
Okay.
This is what's weird because I never heard of this.
Yes.
So that means advertising was low.
Uh-huh.
Budget had to have been also low. But as far as profits from the movie, I've never. You know what? Actually, I recognize the name, but that's as far as it goes.
Okay.
30.
I
I'm
said-
going to assume this cost maybe between 5 to 10 to make. I'm going to go with 25.
Okay. So it's low,
Okay.
but these low-budget horror movies, some of them get theatrical runs, some of them don't. Some of them get better, like they get discovered like on VOD.
Right.
So don't be shocked when you hear these numbers.
Uh-oh.
In the U.S., it grossed $223,838.
Oh my god.
Overseas, it grossed $4.5 million, bringing its total worldwide gross to $4.7 million.
Wow.
Wow.
How much? So we know.
Wow. So okay.
But it's getting a big following because of Netflix and it being on VOD.
yeah, no,
and stuff.
it's brilliant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will be talking about this movie.
Yeah.
It's aside from John Wick, this might be the one that I promote the most as far as tell people
from what, like being surprised on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, hey, I never heard of it,
Uh-huh.
but damn it,
Yeah.
you gotta check this out.
This film debuted in 45th place on the weekend of September 30th, 2011 with $52,843.
Yeah, we really can't say much about that. I mean, you know.
They probably didn't
Very-
advertise it.
Yeah.
And it was probably only like 10 theaters or something. Like
Yeah.
Very small. Number 1 that week was Dolphin Tale
Oh my
with
god.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
According to Box Office Mojo, this is the 84th highest grossing film in the category horror comedy. Number 1 is Ghostbusters,
Oh,
which
come
you said that's not
on.
horror comedy. Yeah.
No, that's comedy horror.
Yes. Finally, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil was the 293rd highest grossing film of 2011. Damn, that's
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What? There's that many movies that come out in a year.
yeah, including like small indies and like straight to VOD and all this stuff. Yeah,
This is all movies released, not just in box office.
no, it's all movies released in theaters. Some
Oh, okay.
movies only go out in like 5 theaters for like 1 week, and that
Okay.
gets counted.
Yeah, I was there.
So this was the 293rd highest grossing film of 2011.
That is very upsetting.
Yes, number 1 that year was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Oh yeah, it's the last movie. You got to watch it.
Yeah. Where can you watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Adam?
Well, if you want to watch it like I did, go to Amazon.com. Wait, don't do that. Go to RapHackPodcast.com. Then click on the banner.
Yes.
It takes you to Amazon.
Mhm.
Do your shopping as normal. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the show. Get a little percentage without it affecting you. So it helps us and helps you.
Oh.
Help us. Help you help us.
Is that Tom Cruise? You just pulled Tom Cruise?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
That's 2011's Tucker and Dale versus Evil, directed by Eli Craig. Check out our website, ratpackpodcast.com/spoilers. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Spoiler Show. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Rat Pack Productions. Write to us via email at spoilers@ratpackpodcast.com for any questions, opinions, and movie requests. Please rate and review the show on iTunes so it can help us in the rankings. If you leave us a review on iTunes and leave us a recommendation for a movie you want us to watch, that movie will go to the top of our list, and we'll watch it before any other requests. Next week, we continue our 2017 Thankful series with my selection.
Ooh.
And I don't know how this is going to... I don't know how this is going to work, because this was like a real funny, like, ha episode. Next week's movie's dark, dude.
It's real dark.
It's real dark. But I'm pretty sure we're going to...
I picked up on your clues.
I'm pretty sure... based on this one character, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a blast. I'm going to give you one clue. Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person? Yes, sir. She was a big girl.
Yeah.
We're watching 1991's The Silence of the Lambs. So, we'll probably... We're gonna talk Silence of the Lambs, but we'll probably talk Hannibal, the TV show.
Oh, yes.
We'll probably talk Hannibal, the movie. We'll probably talk Red Dragon. We're probably going to talk anything in the Hannibal Lecter universe.
All things Hannibal.
So if you haven't seen any of those things, it's probably going to be spoiled.
Yeah.
Rotten.
Or
fresh.
Which would you suggest somebody to watch first? The movies or the show?
The movie.
Movies first?
Maybe not all the movies. Just watch Silence of the Lambs.
Okay. But I thought
watch Silence of the Lambs first, and then maybe see Red Dragon.
Ed Norton.
Yeah, but then that's weird because it's supposed to be a prequel, but Hopkins is like aged 12 years. It's weird.
It's difficult.
But it has the "Do you see?"
Yes,
that's a great scene. Do you see Mrs. Smith changing? Do you see?
Yeah. All right. We'll get into this during the episode.
Yeah.
But
so
a lot of
true.
It's going to be a heavy episode.
Yeah.
It's not going to be not a lot of laughs like this one.
No.
Oh wait.
Oh word.
Oh wait.
Was you a great big fat person?
As Varys.
There's? Oh word. No.
Oh word.
It's like think of it this way. James Gunn as Varys, all you do is change the pitch.
Yeah.
Same attitude, same voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait.
And Varys could be Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Well, then he can also switch it up then.
Varys is a eunuch, right? So
yes.
he doesn't have to tuck anything back.
Okay, but he also does Littlefinger.
Well, eunuch varies the fact that they don't have testicles, right?
Yeah.
But he still has the slong, right?
Oh, never mind.
I'm not sure to be honest. I thought it was a whole
his whole thing.
I thought it was a chop suey type of situation.
Chop suey. Wow. No, chop suey means it's all in pieces in front of you, man.
Right. Well, that's the end result.
If it was Littlefinger answering the door, he would say, "Wait, was she a great big fat person?" There's someone from The Wire in Silence of the Lambs. I didn't realize it until I watched it again.
Yes.
We'll discuss what that is when we do next week. So check out 1991's everyone forgets the part, The Silence of the Lambs. And until next time, this is Hollywood.
I'm Maestro.
I'm Adam.
Oh, wait. Can you explain this again to me, what we're doing?
All right. So that's the end of the podcast.
So that's the end of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out on Facebook Live. Appreciate watching.
The next Facebook Live, maybe we'll play that same game. I don't know. Or we'll do
a version of it.
We'll do something else.
That was fun, though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
We'll figure something else out. That's only on Facebook.
Maybe we'll take turns. I'll do one for you too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And then Mike will do one for us.
We
we had my girlfriend guessing critics 42, audience at 80. Audience. Oh, you got 80, right, Maestro?
Yes.
All right. Sure. Oh, I still won both of you. Thanks for watching. I still won both of you. That's my daughter. I keep telling her you can't win somebody. You can beat somebody, but you cannot win somebody.
I won both of you.
Right.
It's creepy.
Now I'm upset with myself.
A little bit.
Yeah. I'll thank you for watching.
So the next time she says that, you should go, wait.
Oh, wait. You know what? Honest to God, I had a thought, like, maybe I'll show this movie. And then as I was watching, I'm like, oh, no. No.
How are you going to explain the Goodbye Horses scene?
I'm not going to explain anything. There's nothing. Putting on the makeup and the whole tucking. I'm not explaining any of this.
Like pinching the nipples?
Yeah. No, this is not going to happen. Damn it. It's a good movie.
Yes.
It's not for kids.
No. I saw it when I was a kid. I saw it when I was 8. I watched it with my mom.
8? Wow.
And she had to cover my eyes on the Goodbye Horses scene. but everything else, because she knew I was watching horror movies.
Okay.
So like when the Lecter escape scene, like when he rips his fucking face, like all that stuff, and you see Charles Napier just fucking hung with his guts hanging out. Rewatching this movie, that's a straight Hannibal TV show kill, dude.
Yeah,
like that's a straight
beautiful.
Kill from the show.
It's beautiful. All right.
Yeah. So we'll be discussing Silence of the Lambs next week.
It'll be next week.
Yep.
Tune in.
Go
to the website.
Yeah.
RSS feed. It'll be there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas for what we do here on Facebook,
oh yeah, like a pre-game show or something.
I mean, I liked Hollywood's idea a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't like my show's thing. What he's doing. But, all right. And thank you to Jen for this wonderful sweater. Appreciate it. It's amazing. I'm gonna wear it all the time. All right. You good?
Yep.
All good? All right. Let's go ahead and end this video then.
Oh wait.
So wait.
Oh, wait.
So as you want to exit this, can we say? Oh wait, it's too late. I was just explaining this. I was gonna say. So the real reason why eunuchs are no.
Oh wait.
Word.
Oh, word.
So they said like a lot of the eunuchs